Just dust down your aura. And if you turn around, please. Thank you. As always, just giving yourself a moment just to bring your attention and awareness into this room. This time, things are much more settled. The crown is back in its wonderful place as it always is. It was taking in lots of energy. The third eye was raised. So if you remember, the third eye is around thought, insight, intuition, those kinds of things. Hi, how are you doing? Good to see you again. It's been a while. Well, has it been a while? It has been a while.
August? No.
June.
Yeah. Okay. It's been a long while then.
It has. How's the summer?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Busy, lots of like family stuff going on, so.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you manage to get away?
I did for 1 week.
Oh,
yeah, I went to Centre Parks, which was nice.
I love that.
So nice just being in the forest.
Yeah. Definitely. Bit of cycling.
I wish I could like live there. I wish that was a thing.
As long as there weren't other people there, I think it would be amazing.
See, I don't know, because I've stayed at other like forest retreat things that were too isolated, and I couldn't sleep because I got...
Really?
It was too isolated that I felt like vulnerable.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're in kind of a built-up version of that, I quite liked it.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. We used to do Centre Parks all the time with the kids.
It's quite pricey though, isn't it?
Everything is these days, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was lovely.
Good.
Yeah.
And so how have you been over the last few weeks?
Yeah, extremely busy. So busy. September has been so ridiculously busy, and now that it's the end of the month, I'm really starting to feel that. Yeah. But can't be helped. Like, I kind of have to be busy.
Yeah.
But I think at the start of, it's almost like my energy that I'd have in the day to do more creative things and to be more like open-minded and reflective more has just been zapped away. That I have none of that left.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah, it feels very... There's a lot to do as well, and not enough time to do it in.
I think that's... Do you know, I think that's really life these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know why we do that to ourselves, when we just try and fill every minute with stuff.
Yeah. I want a clone, and then she can help me out. And we can... If I had another...
What bits would you give the clone to do, though? That's the big question.
I think I'd be quite... I share it quite equally.
Would you?
We could just half each of the workload.
That's very kind of you. Not just doing the dishes and the laundry.
Oh, yeah, see, I'm not even that good at doing that, to be honest. Yeah, I've had some complaints on that front of things about me not...
Oh, no. So, having some space is really what you need.
Yeah.
Well, this session will give you that.
Time to relax.
Just to unplug for a little while. Yeah. And like last time, I remember you said you'd had COVID.
Oh gosh, I did. I had it in May. Yeah.
And completely recovered from that, because sometimes people can feel the effects for quite some time afterwards.
I think, touch wood, I think I was really lucky, because in early April, I think it was, I got a booster jab. And because I caught it so soon after, I just didn't really get any complications this time. Then last time I was really bad, so I think that's why I haven't really had anything.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And so busy home stuff, work stuff,
Yeah.
everything.
All busy.
All fronts.
All fronts.
Okay.
Well, main time job, not busy, really, but
Yeah.
it never is that busy. So.
Oh, that sounds like a great job.
But busy desk warming all day. So I have to be there all day. So.
That can be painful.
Yeah, the commute's still quite full on. So, yeah. There's no kind of day where I can just rest and recover.
Yeah.
Which I really want.
Yeah. What about this weekend? Are you busy?
Yeah, going back home, family,
Okay.
birthdays, celebrate.
Too many celebrations in the world.
More filming.
Oh.
Yeah.
And, with the busyness, I guess, are you feeling any kind of, stress or pressure or any kind of sensations in the body or any change in you with the busyness?
I mean, I have had a lot of allergies acting up, which could be related in that maybe there's just no downtime for them to recover and stop doing whatever they're doing to me. But other than that, I don't think actually on the stress front it's that bad.
Good.
It's just a kind of feeling of, this will end at some point, and I know it's fine, but it's not fun.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm super stressed about it. I see it as like an unfortunate challenge.
Good. That's good. No, that is good.
Yeah.
I think that's it, isn't it? We can approach busyness, we can frame it with stress and it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
Or we can just accept it for what it is and just kind of tick things off as we get them done.
Yeah.
And have that little moment of, yay,
yeah.
that's another thing done.
Yeah, I think as long as we don't get too obsessed with the kind of grind culture of the more I do, the more money, the more things. You have to find a balance, which is very hard to find.
Yeah,
but
and I think that's that because we seek not only the money but the experience of all these different things, and we keep ourselves busy. I think that's certainly the case with a lot of people I know in London, where it's I'm going here and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm seeing them and I'm and you kind of that's all really lovely.
Yeah.
But why don't just experience a bit of peace and quiet, and that's just so much nicer.
Sometimes maybe don't want to be by themselves and reflect on that for too long, because I
mean, it's a skill, isn't it? It's just sitting with yourself. It really is.
Oh, I'd love that. Just a day at home. It's an introvert's dream. No one talking to me all day.
Brilliant. Well, you should go on a silent retreat.
Well, is that the one where you don't talk to anyone?
Literally don't speak. Yeah. Oh. And no speaking, no gestures, no nothing. So you go there, you hand over your devices, you don't read any books, nothing. You just meditate, sitting meditation, walking meditation, bit of yoga maybe. That's kind of about it.
See, I like being alone, but that I don't know if I would drive myself insane. I don't think I've ever experienced anything remotely like that I can't even imagine if I do well or not. If I'm alone, I'm with a device or a movie or a thing or a book.
So there's something.
Some form of activity. I don't know how you just cope with just this.
Emptiness.
Yeah.
Well, that can be annoying. Yeah, for sure. But I guess, the idea is over time, well, it's a few things, isn't it? So you let things rise that maybe challenges that you're dealing with or that you haven't dealt with, that you've put away somewhere, you allow them to rise and you just allow them to be in, hopefully after a few days, you just find that place of complete peace.
Yeah. Have you ever been on one?
I've done very short ones, but I'm planning on doing a bit of a longer one. So I've done kind of the odd sort of couple of days here and there, but I'm hoping to get away for a 5-day one. I'm gently building up for a 10-day.
10 days, wow.
Yeah, I don't know whether I could do that.
That is long.
'Cause
Do you
if I
think you'd
could-
start talking to yourself out loud? Like, I don't know.
Probably, and rocking as well. Yeah. 10 days is a lot because, when I think about, there's that weird time warp that we have when we're working. 10 days goes really quickly.
So quickly.
When we're on holiday, 10 days feels like a month of working. Often.
Yeah.
And so 10 days of doing nothing would feel like a long, long, long time, I think.
That's good though, maybe,
Yeah.
in the long scheme of things. I don't know. I really have noticed recently that kind of sad reality of working life is so samey that I can't believe it's already autumn. Like,
Yeah.
it was spring yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I know, it does,
And
it does.
there's no new exciting memories. Well, there's still new things, but
Yeah,
there's no big like stimulus to.
no.
It is terrifying.
It is.
I'm gonna like,
Well,
and you're
that's
suddenly aging and. Yeah.
Talking to the wrong person about aging. I've aged already, past tense. Oh, no, it is
Yeah.
though, it is. It can really become a treadmill, can't it, if you don't?
Yeah.
And I think there's some nice little things that we can do to just adjust that, where, even experiencing or focusing on the simpler things in life, because we'll be walking to work, say, and we're like that, but instead looking up, seeing the trees that are lining the road, looking at the flowers, looking at the shape of the leaves, the texture,
Yeah.
all of those kinds of things. And even, simple things like at the end of a day, writing a gratitude list, can be a really nice way of, and, we can do all the standard gratitude lists. I'm really pleased that I've got a roof over my head, or this or that or the other. But, looking into the detail of the day and going, okay, what little moments were moments to be grateful for? And actually, sometimes those not only build our positivity, but also just help us to just see things that otherwise we wouldn't.
Yeah.
In the kind of the treadmill of life.
Okay, yeah, that might actually be a really nice thing to do before bed, and reflect on, because I guess those moments are probably there.
Yeah, they
but
are.
we become numb to them.
Yeah, we don't see them.
Yeah. Ooh.
It might even be an interaction between a parent and a child that makes you feel a little bit warm. Anything.
Yeah. Or there was a really cute dog today walked past me.
When isn't there a cute dog? Every dog is cute. Yeah.
That's true. It's true.
Oh,
It'd be
that's
every evening. Just there was another cute dog.
More dogs.
Gratitude for the dogs.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so lovely though.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a moment that's changed the monotony of life. Wonderful.
Yeah.
You ready for some Reiki?
Yes, always. Thank you.
Good. So I'll just dust down your aura. Did you come by tube?
No, I walked today.
Oh, good. There probably won't be that much to dust off you then.
Oh, does that make it better?
I never wear the clothes that I'm going to do Reiki with on like the transport that I take, because I just think that with all the people and all the challenges that we all face, that their energy may be sort of coming to me. So I always like pack it all up nicely in my bag and then make sure that I change and sort of just give it a good shake.
I love that as an idea.
Makes you feel good as well.
Yeah, and you've only got good energy on what you're wearing.
Hopefully. And if you turn around, please. Thank you. There we go. All set.
Thank you.
So if you make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll just pop the oils on. And as always, just giving yourself a moment just to bring your attention and awareness into this room. Just allowing the rest of the world to be outside the door, along with anything that has been, anything that is to come. Perhaps sensing into the peace, the calm, the serenity within this room. And then allowing the body to relax just by taking 3 longer, deeper breaths in. And on each exhale, just letting go of the body. Letting the muscles and the tendons gently soften. Just feeling the support of the couch beneath you. Just letting go, just relaxing. just keeping the eyes closed for a moment longer. Just allowing yourself to bring your attention and awareness inwards. Just bringing your attention to the emotional layer of self. And perhaps noticing a little more peace within. And now gently moving your awareness to the mental layer of self, to the mind. Perhaps noticing a little more calm within the mind. Moving outwards to the physical layer of self and just noticing the stillness of the body. And just noticing how that peace and calm remains within, even as you continue to extend that awareness out beyond the body, and just beginning to get a sense and feeling of the space that we're in. Slowly and gently bringing more focus and attention to the senses. Perhaps noticing the scent of the oils in the air. Noticing the gentle sound of the gong. And then drawing your attention to the touch of the couch beneath you. Feeling its support against the back of the body. And extending that awareness throughout the whole body. Just getting a sense of your physical presence in this room, in this moment. And then slowly beginning to engage with the body, just by gently moving the fingers, the toes, extending that slowly to the ankles, the wrists, and listening to what the body needs and moving and stretching any part that you wish to. Just gently connecting back, but seeing how that peace and that calm is still within. And taking a nice, long, deep breath in. And as you exhale, just gently opening the eyes. Giving the eyes a moment to adjust, to let light in. Just allowing yourself to be just for a moment. Feeling the stillness. And then whenever you feel you're ready to, you can very gently begin to set up as we start to draw towards the end of the session. So how do you feel?
Good, yeah, a lot more calm. In fact, so calm, I'm so aware of the fact that I can't wait to go home and sleep.
Oh, bless.
Like, yeah, that's a nice feeling.
Oh, great. And did you notice anything that you wish to mention, anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, I think I felt a lot more than usual around the crown and the face.
Yeah.
I could almost like feel these like prickles of like something moving with your hands moving.
Lovely.
It's quite cool. I never get to feel it that much.
So crown and also this bit here?
Yeah. Could really feel something like interacting.
Yeah. It's reasonably common. People do feel this kind of fizziness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Lovely. Oh, good. Great. Anything else you want to mention? It doesn't have to be.
I think that was the main thing. I was really happy because sometimes it's easy to be a bit like, I don't know, almost sad if you don't feel anything. You're like, why don't I feel anything? What's wrong with me today?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's fun.
You know, it changes every session.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's just a reflection of what's going on for the person. Sometimes people feel things, sometimes they don't. You know, I have clients who, you know, feel incredibly relaxed at the end of the session, and I go, anything you noticed, anything you wish to mention? They don't never have anything. Never. They just go, I'm just really relaxed. I'm just really relaxed, and that's it. And then other people, you know, kind of can describe a blow by blow of every single little thing that was going on. You know, I felt pressure here, I felt the tingling there, I felt a twitch there, and you know, it's really incredible. It's different, I think, for different people.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, lovely, good. So, dun, dun, dun. This is the moment that you've been waiting for.
I love this bit.
I know, most people do.
It's like getting test results, but in a good way.
Yeah, but do you know, it is simply all I felt in my hands. That's all it ever is. It's nothing else. And so, completely different to however many months ago. Very, very, very different. Because I think I think because you'd not been well before, like a week or so before, you know, the chakras were in quite a sort of strange place. So last time the throat was really low and really struggling to lift.
Yeah.
The crown chakra was a little bit low as well. You know, so there were a couple of chakras that for you normally they're not quite like that. This time things are much more settled. The crown is back in its wonderful place that it always is. It was taking in lots of energy, which is what you must have felt today. The third eye was raised. So if you remember, the third eye is around thought, insight, intuition, those kinds of things. So, you know, often when I see people, you know, straight after work, you know, if they've got a busy, kind of a mentally busy job, their third eye can be raised. But it could just be the general busyness of life that you've got going on at the moment, you know, busy, active mind, but it's settled into a really, really lovely place. The throat, the usual culprit, I think, looking back.
I don't think there's ever going to be a day the throat is not low.
Well, it was low, I'm sorry. It was low. But it did lift into a good place.
That's good.
And settled really, really nicely. Heart, as I think always, the heart, as always, just in a really nice place.
Yeah, the heart's always got me.
Yeah.
Seems to be.
And it had this real sort of strength about it today. It was in I could have stayed there forever.
Oh, yeah.
But then, you know, I have to move on. The solar plexus, so confidence and self-esteem, was a little bit low, but lifted into a good place. So that's just come back a little bit from last time. But it did lift, it balanced, you know, it got itself into a good place. The sacral was in a great place, so that's good as well. And the root, which is kind of how it often is for you, was low but lifted very, very quickly.
Okay.
So, you know, it literally only took a few moments. So hopefully, even with all the busyness that you've got on at the moment, you're not feeling particularly ungrounded.
Yeah.
And, you know, it lifted quickly. So, you know, I mean, you only need to look at kind of, you just look at the difference there with the number of things that are written down. It's a lot more simple, a lot more kind of things were just sort of moving from one to the other into that balanced place really nicely, whereas there was kind of a bit more going on around, you know, the last couple of times that we had Reiki. So yeah, I don't know, how does that feel? Confidence?
Yeah, I feel that a bit, like reflecting on it. Not sure why it's different to previously.
Okay.
But I can tell there's probably something there, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But largely, you know, compared to the average person who works super hard and, you know, tries to keep life going, it's really not too bad.
That's great.
It's really not too bad. It's often the case that I see people, you know, third eye raised, throat low, solar plexus low. It's kind of seems to be the pattern of modern day life. You know, it's often the case.
Which is great to hear, because although it lines up with the feeling of I'm overwhelmed, but I don't think it's to the extent that it's actually ruining things or
No.
Yeah.
And
So I think I'm in control.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah.
It seems like it.
Because I'd never want to do something so much that it's actually sort of damaging me spiritually or mentally, emotionally. So.
But we can, you know, we can quite easily slip into those things because we don't even realise.
Yeah.
You know, in the busyness of the moment, we just kind of keep going, and then it takes something to stop us.
Or if that becomes the new normal.
That's exactly it, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
So it's nice to have a check-in and be told you're okay.
Yeah.
Just the throat, every time.
It's fine. Next time maybe we should spend a whole hour on the throat.
I swear,
Like that.
it's one of those things that I just don't know why it's low. And
Well, I remember you saying that kind of public speaking was a bit of a tricky thing for you. But also, you know, the other way of looking at it is going, imagine what the world would be like if we all spoke our truth all the time.
it would be so rude.
Wouldn't it?
Oh my God. Some people do.
Yeah, politicians never do though.
No. Maybe they've got low throat chakras.
They've probably got rock bottom throat chakras.
You have to get one in here.
Yeah, I have to try them out actually. That's a good idea. Do you know any?
I wish.
But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about the throat. It lifted into a really, really lovely place, and I'm sure it will stay there for a bit of time.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully, well, I guess if it's October.
I think so. What have we got?
It's probably one of the closest we've
I
had,
think
which
so.
should be interesting to
Let me
see.
have a quick look. Yeah, so it's about a month's time.
Okay, yeah. So
Let's see.
that'd be nice to see the.
The chakras seem to have this sort of memory. It's really strange. It's almost as if, because they're used to being in a certain place, like muscle memory. Yeah, I reckon, kind of.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what it's like. It's like, say you're trying to build a muscle. So you build your bicep, you train your bicep, and for a few days it feels really good. It feels bulky, bigger, and then over the course of the next few days it gently goes back almost to where it was, and then you build it again, and you build it again, and you keep doing that. You keep taking it to that place you want it to be, and then over time that muscle builds. And it seems like with the chakra that is often the case, where people have a Reiki session, things will lift and balance, it'll stay like that for some time, and then gently start to creep back to its old norm. And what seems to happen is, over the course of sessions, it then kind of forgets about going back to where it was, but prefers to be in that sort of more balanced place.
It's like the default
Yeah,
changes.
kind of, because we have defaults, don't we? But yeah, like I said, not too bad.
It's interesting how that seems to line up with a lot of biology things with the body as well, of kind of having a base level temperature or a base for weight even.
And metabolism and all sorts of things like that.
So it makes a lot of sense.
And gently kind of trying to creep it the way that you want to.
Yeah.
If you can.
Encourage it.
Yeah. And if you look, I've got actually if you go to the website, I just wrote an article a few weeks ago about the energy system. It's a bit of a kind of introduction. So it touches on the chakras, but it also touches on the nadis, which are the rivers that allow the energy to flow. Touches on nadis. Yeah, so it's a Sanskrit word. It just means river or stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so our chakras are connected to, there's hundreds of thousands of these little rivers and streams, but I've kind of described, I guess, the main three that are within us.
That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, have a little look. And then hopefully,
in the description as well. Very influencer of me. There we go.
Hopefully over the course of the next few months I'm going to go in depth into each one of them. So yeah, it's just getting the time outside appointments
to write it. Yeah, finding the right zone as well, the inspiration.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it'll be really interesting.
Yeah.
It's nice learning about the context as well.
Yeah, it's so interesting because like all this stuff's been around for thousands of years, and you know, I always think, you know, although you know it's not scientifically proven, so many things aren't in life. You know, and science only can prove what it can prove, if that makes sense. And you look back 50 years ago and it couldn't prove a lot of things that it can now. So, you know, this stuff's been around for thousands of years, and you know, there's got to be some truth in it, because otherwise it wouldn't have lasted.
Yeah, no, that says a lot. And perceptions will always change. Like, until 50 years ago or something, they didn't know about the bad things of cigarettes, and they were so normal. So
there you go. That's exactly the stuff.
See it go up and down. And
yeah, well, it's, you know, it's like the usual, isn't it? Don't eat this, do eat that. Oh no, don't eat that now, eat this.
Yeah.
Then, you know, it's kind
now
of
fats are bad. Yeah, now fats are good.
Yeah, too much protein, not enough protein. You know, it's like, oh, right, what do I do? Well,
yeah.
It's like everything.
So I imagine maybe with time, Reiki might have its acceptance increased.
Yeah, I think it feels like it is. It really feels like it is. You know, more and more I just seem to be getting busier and busier, which is really lovely.
That's very good.
Yeah, it's lovely because that's what I love doing.
People taking care of themselves more as well.
Yes, I think they are. I really think people are.
A self-care boom.
Yeah, exactly.
I certainly am. It's my job.
Exactly.
But yeah, thank you so much.
It's an absolute pleasure.
It's always a pleasure.
And I will see you in about a month's time.
Thank you.
You take care.